Yesterday, Baba was describing the reality and the royalty and the purity and the divinity that we souls have. Baba was sharing the science of royalty and reality. Mhm. So let us continue. Baba says, another speciality of royalty is that that soul will not have the sanskar of asking for anything, whether physical or subtle. Why is that? A royal soul is always complete, full. One is to be full externally, full with physical things, full with physical facilities, and the other is to be full in the mind. One who is full in the mind will never feel himself to be lacking anything, even if he is not full with physical things and facilities, because the mind is full. Even if something is not there, he will experience it to be there. But no matter how full a soul may be with physical things and facilities, if his mind is not full, he will never consider himself to be full. Even though the soul has everything, he never considers himself to be full. Such a soul constantly sings the song, I want, because of desires. At all times, that soul sings the song, this should happen, that should be done, that should be received, this should change. That soul constantly sings these songs. Whereas a soul who is full in the mind constantly sings the song, found attained. To say this should happen, this should be done, are the sanskars of royal asking. One is to think for the sake of unlimited service, where you think this should happen, this should be done. To think about wanting something for the unlimited, for the sake of service, is a different matter. But to have the thought of wanting for a limited attainment of the self is royal asking. The desire for name, the desire for respect, the desire for honor, the desire for love, to want to be consulted, all these limited matters. A royal soul does not even have a trace of the sanskar of asking. Do you understand what royalty is? Mm. So Baba is saying when we stay in our royalty, then we don't ask for anything, either physical or subtle, free from all limited desires. Baba says, in your chart of tapasya, check all of this. Don't just check, I did not insult anyone, I did not get angry, but check all these things and then claim the prize. The meaning of tapasya is to become completely pure. Check to what extent your personality of purity and the royalty of purity is practical. Such souls are known as Tapasvi Raj. It is royal tapasvis. Do you understand what royalty is? Both the face and the activity of a royal soul will give the experience of the manners of truth. In any case, royal souls are known as the goddesses of manners. Their speaking, their walking, their eating and drinking, sitting and standing, Their every action will automatically reveal the manners, that is sabhyata, and the truth, that is satyata. Mhm. I was saying there will be sabhyata and satyata. Mhm. Ava says it should not be that you prove the truth and yet you do not have any manners. Many children say, I don't normally get angry, but when someone tells lies, I get angry. Someone tells lies and you speak with anger. Who is right out of the two? Those who prove the truth will always have manners. Some are very clever and say, I don't get angry, but my voice is loud. My voice is sharp. With the instruments of science, one can reduce or increase the sound. So can you not, with the power of silence, reduce or raise your sound? Your tape recorder and mic are better than you in that their sound can be reduced or increased. So check this. Together with the truth are their manners. If there aren't any manners, there is no truth. The royalty of purity should be constantly visible externally. It will not be that inside you inside you have royalty and externally, but it is not visible. If it is inside, it would definitely be visible outside. No one can hide the royalty of truth. Do not remain incognito in this. Some say that they remain incognito because they are incognito effort makers. However, just as no one can hide the sun, so no one can hide the sun of truth, nor can any reason or individual hide it. The truth is always the truth. The path of truth is the greatest power of all. Truth cannot be proved by trying to prove it. The power of truth automatically has the attainment being proved. If anyone tries to prove truth, then that proof becomes stubbornness. Therefore, truth is self evident. There is no need to prove it. Do you understand? What do you have to show in the year of tapasya? The personality and the royalty of purity. The personality and the royalty of purity. The letters, the love, and remembrance of effort, the service news, and the spiritual conversations of the heart of all the children from this land and abroad have reached and are reaching Bapdada. Bapdada gives love and remembrance to all the children personally by name. Each of you should think that you have been remembered first because Bapdada gives the response of love and remembrance in the avyakt form at the same moment. However, with the corporeal method, you yourself write a letter in the corporeal. That is, you send love and remembrance. This is why Bapdada gives love and remembrance in return through the corporeal method. Bapdada knows that there is and there will be very good zeal and enthusiasm everywhere for tapasya and service to vibrations of the mind. Now, keep even deeper aspects filled with significance in front of you and continue to make your efforts and service deeper and greater. All the children who are personally sitting in front of Baba now, or who are in front of the Father in the subtle form, all such children who are always in front of Bab Dada, that is, who are constantly with the Father, remain in his eyes, on his lips, and in his mind, and the Father remains in their eyes, on their lips, and in their mind. Such elevated souls who are most in remembrance, to the souls who constantly remain in the reality and royalty of purity, to the souls who always remain full and complete in their mind. Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Om. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Murli. Such a lovely Murli. Take a moment to go within and just experience Baba seeing us as these royal souls, completely free from limited desires, ones who always stay in the truth with divine manners, with satyata and satyata. The royalty of our purity is visible eternally. We don't try to prove the truth, but it automatically gets proved. Experience being with Baba, to be with Baba, to have Baba in our eyes, in our mind, and constantly we talk about Baba. We are merged in Baba's remembrance. Om Shanti. Thank you. Let us share what we'll take from Baba today.
Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. Today's takeaway of this Murli it's tapasya and service. So this is a one kind of tapasya. It's the power of silence to reduce the noise. Is a big tapasya. Um, Along with this tapasya, we have to do the service. So this, rightly said, the limiting beliefs, free from limiting beliefs, desires. So that are my takeaway. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Babaji.
Yeah. Om Shanti. So, Baba says the speciality of royal souls. I mean, royal soul is always full, I mean, complete and full. So, there is no wanting that I want this and I want that. It is only when the mind is not full, that's when there is this desire of wanting, wanting. And when the soul is full, then um, the soul will have will sing that, I have found and I have attained. So there's no wanting there. So the soul have that, feeling of that full sanskar. There's no desire for respect or wanting any respect or to be honored by others and all that. So that all comes when it is not full. So the nature of a full, complete, full soul is, that they are full. I mean, they don't want anything. They have found everything and they have attained everything. They don't have any desire also. So Baba uh, uh, would like to check in our chart, where do I reach, without all that. Um, so so Tabasya Baba means that we are becoming complete, pure, right? Yeah. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Chitrai.
This Sabhyata and Satyata, this often comes in Sakar Murli Vardhan. I have seen. Um, so it is, I guess it's a complete soul who would have in their activities and in their, behavior, right? This will be visible, right, to others, in their manners, how they react, um, how they interact. All that will show that manners, that good manners, that is sabhyata, right? And then satyada is, when sabhyata is there, then satyada is already there, isn't it? How that works, Saurabh, can you throw more light onto it?
Mm. Said about sometimes it's like we have the truth, but we could take support of, like anger, or sometimes we may feel little bit something inside that I want to prove that this is the truth. But Baba just said that the truth, doesn't need to be proved. And that's where Satyata comes automatically with Sabhyata. Because if I don't pay attention to Sabhyata, then it's as if I'm not on the path of truth. And the example Baba gave was, if someone is wrong and I've used the energy of anger, it means I automatically am not right. So it's like Sabhyata is like the way I deal with the external world, the kind of behavior, the attitude that I have. So if there is this, complete truth inside, then automatically externally it will be expressed with a lot of manners, Sabhyata. Like Baba, Brahma Baba would always, no matter however much opposition there was, but Baba never, crossed the line. Baba would always be very humble, very sweet, very loving, even to those who opposed him. So he maintained the sabhata, the manners. So I feel that's what Baba was trying to, you know, allude on, that we should always have this sabhata.
So Sabhyata and Satyata both goes hand in hand there.
Mm.
Yes.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Saurabh.
Very good, Japan.
You really missed. We had a very hot discussion yesterday. So I was
Oh,
just trying to
nice.
recollect. No, I was just trying to recollect what part of that could I just again put on your plate so that you can
Mm.
also give us a little recipe of it. I was just trying to churn what was it. But before that, when Bijit Bhai was speaking, there's one more word which actually Baba also speaks of swachhata. Actually, it is swachhata, sabhyata, and satyata. So cleanliness is also there. But over here, if you speak, Baba is talking about a royal soul. And the a royal soul, we are talking about giving experiences. So the experience is generally in the face or in the manner or in the behavior. So that that is a royal soul. Through experience, if the others come to recognize a royal soul, to know that soul is full and that soul is perfect. And please, we must remember all this Swachhata, Satyata, this is you're going to get only in golden age. It is something not which you're going to see now. Now you're just going to visualize. It's just a visualization. But the reality of this royalty which Baba is talking about all will only be evident in the golden age. It's not in the confluence age. Here, it is just giving you the effort of what it is. Like you're painting a picture and you're keeping it. But releasing that picture will only be in the golden age. If this, all of us, even 9,16,108 souls, we had all these three qualities, there's no question of Kali Yuga or anything and all. We will really paint the town red with all these three if we have now. It's just that this is what we were and if you even remember, when yesterday I was shocked to know Golden Age is first class, Silver Age is second class, Baba is saying. Then I was thinking, what is Copper Age and all? Is it third class? Then Kali Yuga is unreserved class. So uh, when such kind of thing, when Baba was mentioning about Golden Age and Silver Age, how can we expect the Satyata and Sabhyata? Manners, of course. If you remember those days, I think how should deities walk? Like no noise, no tick tock, and all. You know, they used to be trained, this 352 children, how to walk silently, how to walk like deities. They a kind of a rehearsal used to be given. I remember these small kind of instances, especially when Mama was there, those things. So this is just a rehearsal going on for that. But yes, it's not a recipe now for now. Okay, coming to yesterday's Saurabai, like we had a very thing, but still, like Baba, the Murli which you read, Baba speaks about perfect love, real love. And how did Baba define that? Of course, I agree with one point that Baba said. The person who has got real love, he will never have, but that is, he just goes to that attachment part. He will never develop extra attachment, nor will others develop extra attachment on that person. I, a perfect love, I will have no extra love and I will not allow extra love to be given to me. This is what he says perfect love. So, this he says, it's like going deep and then saying, nahi, kuch nahi, deep love and great attachment. Like it was a paradox for me to give a definition for real love, perfect love over there. So we were just discussing that. There were, of course, some clarity which we could get, but as you slipped away, we couldn't get your thing. If you can give on that. And in today's Murli also, there was one point, See, we are talking about royal people, royal people. Who's a royal person? See, if I am born in an Ambani household or a Adani household, I'm full. I don't have necessary to go and pay for my medical college or for here and there. I'm already full. My coffers are full. The question of needing, the question of begging is not there. So we are already full. So why should, when he is already full, he will actually go with his nose in the air and he will walk a royal soul. He doesn't need anyone for anything. So what's such a great thing that Baba is saying they will never ask, they are not beggars, they are full and they have worked for it in conference age. So what's the great cloak of क्या बोलते हैं उसको goody goodiness which Baba is throwing on these royal souls. Royal souls तो royal ही होते हैं उनके पास सब कुछ है, nothing, there's nothing no, like physically or even okay, physically they may be full but their mind is also full. See, when they say no, to a man with empty stomach food is god. Their stomach is never empty, nothing is empty, so they are full. तो उसमें बड़ी बात क्या है, they are acting like that? Why that goody goodiness is always spoken to a royal soul? And these two things have given you enough homework.
Mhm. Yeah, no, thank you for sharing, Krichaben. I think in regards to love and attachment, um, of course, these are in a way opposite energies. Someone said, if I love a flower, I would water it, I would take care of it. But if I'm attached to a flower, I'll pluck it and use it for my benefit or use it for me. So it's like if there is true love, deep love, there is this feeling of, how can the other soul really benefit? And attachment is the energy where I feel, what can the other soul do for me? And attachment really is self-focused. It's really driven by that, what is there for me, and then trying to feel secure because of, that particular, some other soul or at a relationship. But love, true love is really where, I feel how I can contribute towards the other soul and making them come closer to Baba. And so that deep love naturally has a sense of detachment because it's detachment from the role and loving to the soul. If there is no detachment from the role, then I can get caught up in the role. I can get attached to the role, and then there is no love for the soul, and then it becomes like a karmic bondage. And that's where, like, the more I can separate the role from the soul, and then naturally, once I'm detached from the role, I don't create expectations, I don't create dependencies or judgments, then I can easily be loving towards the soul. So I feel that's what Baba was also alluding to. The deep love automatically brings detachment, and it's kind of the opposite of attachment. And in regards to the, divinity, definitely it's something in the golden age we are, we are divine automatically. And Baba is, right now is the is the time when, through Baba's knowledge, through yoga, we are actually inculcating those sanskars of divinity. And if you see, divinity is really just, the more we are true to ourselves, the more we live in soul consciousness, the more we live in Baba's remembrance, the more we, see everyone as a spiritual being naturally, then there is no expectation, there is no like investment. I don't engage in the energy of the drama of the role, and naturally there is divinity. And in the golden age, it's an expression of whatever we have, the sanskars that we are creating now. It's just expressed naturally in golden age, so we are naturally divine. But all of that happens now with Baba. So,
So you're trying to tell me that this sign of reality and royalty, which is deep love, great detachment, and what is the other one you said? Divinity. All
Mm.
this three, is it there in the golden age? In the golden age, do you find deep love? Because then if there's deep love, then there'll be need for detachment. Then is there the experience of divinity? So what is the role of these three in the golden age and silver age?
Yeah, I feel in the golden age it'll be just a natural expression. So there is nothing to be detached there because there is no, role consciousness at all. So we are naturally, loving. There's just a pure expression. And so that's why like golden age is more like a vacation time for us. And then, these all these things we won't even know, that now we are loving, now we are divine. But it's just naturally we are like that. But I think it's only now that we can actually relate to these things more because we have a contrast and we have something to be detached from, and then automatically we feel Baba's love, and then divinity is also there. But in golden age, that's a natural way of living. So there is no the contrast over there. So, but it's all at the confluence age we can experience it.
Whereby I didn't get clarity about the divinity part still.
I mean, divinity, I think the way I understand it is, Baba says, Devta yane, Daivi guno wale. So divinity really is divine virtues. So all the divine
Hmm.
virtues that Baba
Okay.
has said, that is divinity. And so one is virtues and one other is divine virtues. And divine virtues come when we connect to the divine. And so without connection with Baba, the we can have virtues. Other, in life also, Lokik also, many souls are very virtuous, but but they may not have divine virtues, virtues that come by our connection with God. And and so that's a natural way of living in the golden age.
Yeah. So it's nirvikari, no vice,
Mm. Mhm.
right? It is nirvikari, correct?
Nirvikari and Sarvgun Sampan is like
And
Sarvgun is like, yeah,
yeah,
the
okay.
virtues.
So that's the meaning of divinity over here, not real divinity connected to God. Because
Yeah.
divinity real means it's connected to some superpower, connected to God. So that divinity we don't find in the golden age, correct? Which
Hmm. Correct.
which
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
we searched in the copper age and which we are
Correct.
trying to do. Yeah. So
Correct.
that's the clarity I wanted. So we don't so
Hmm.
we should understand the real thing because we are already endowed with all the virtues. And even when you came to love, see, yesterday I
Hmm.
just saw a kind of something somebody had said, the birth of Krishna. So I found, there is deep love, but selected love. I can only, when Krishna is created, the soul, the yogic soul, the he soul and she soul who create Krishna, there has to be love only among them. So it's not that it's only that I love you, you love me, let's create Krishna. So I call that as selected love. It's something exclusivity. It's only that I'm yours, you're mine. There's nothing else. I was just, understanding the meaning of love when I read that kind of love, exclusivity love. I don't go and love my neighbor's wife or somebody in order to get Krishna. So I find that love is absolutely pure and something I do. So even that. Thing of love was is different, I think, in the golden age. The love which we see now, the deep love and all, I think this is absolutely something. Something somewhere is missing in these ages. But do you experience that kind of love between Lakshmi and Narayan? One Lakshmi, one cannot go to Narayan. Two, and it's so beautiful even for me to know Lakshmi and Narayan can never be again Lakshmi and Narayan. So I liked that. Do you have any experience of that kind of beautiful, pure, filtered uh, love in the golden age?
Yeah, I think what Baba often talks about Lakshmi Narayan. I feel it symbolizes like the balance of the feminine and the masculine
Mm,
energies to sustain life in general, right? So um, uh, in the copper and iron ages, there is no balance, and but in the golden age, that's why Baba says, Baba establishes pravritti mark, and so there is
mm,
natural feeling of there is love, but there is I feel there is more respect, and there is this feeling of just feeling of that kind of a special cherishing the other soul,
mm,
and then it's like there's no even not even consciousness of the body, so there is no like feeling that this one is a brother or a sister like that, but it's just soul to soul connection. And then through the power of yoga, then that's how the life continues. And but that's what I feel, there is more like a feeling of cherishing and more like a feeling of respect, with a lot of purity there, and no dependency, no kind of I am bigger, or there's no conflict, and no such kind of energy there.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. And 3 days back we were sharing. I don't know if you would have heard of Yashoda Maya. I'm talking about Maya, that is Brahma Baba's Lokik wife. You
Mm,
just see, you're talking about such kind of love in the golden age. But just see her frame of mind when she goes to Brahma Baba and she
mm,
tells him, Radhe ki mangni hone wali hai. Usko abhi Meera banao. It was mind boggling for me to know the love which we are talking about there. You are mine. This lady who was the soul who has lived with Brahma Baba, begotten his children, when she just goes, Maya, and
mm,
tells Brahma Baba, Radhe ki mangni hone wali hai, usko abhi Meera banao. So
mm,
just see that soul was already complete over here to accept that Brahma Baba, the one soul with whom she lived, the rightful place, his Lakshmi is Radhe. I
mm,
was floored to really understand. And when saw the other part, how Krishna is born, I said, this Maya, she already had this quality when she was in this conference age soul. That that was something very nice I read about. That's what I asked, wanted to know what's the quality of love. And that love you're saying it's not here, it was there in Maya, it was there in Yashodama. Okay.
mm, mm.
No one is asking anything, but Saurabha, I don't want to leave you alone. Can you tell me about a royal soul in the golden age and a royal soul in the Copper Age?
A royal soul. I think um so I think all the souls in the golden age are royal, because that's their default nature there. And then of course in the copper age, then I mean the royalty is still there. I mean, says often about the kings, and talks about King Vikramaditya, and how those souls were, because the same souls who were in the golden age, and that royalty was there. It means like not asking for anything. And we have heard so many stories even about kings and all. Like today Baba was saying they won't ask for anything. That's royalty. They're completely full and content. And so in copper age, of course there is royalty, but that is a kind of a residual of whatever the soul carried with it on the journey. But because there was no reality, there's no soul consciousness, that royalty also kind of will deteriorate, degrade with time, with as the soul takes more and more births in the copper age and iron age. Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I like. So in the Copper Age, there was no reality of the original form, the second reality of belonging to God. The stu reality was absent in the Copper
Mm,
Age. So that's why they kept asking for victory, kept asking for this, kept asking for Shan,
mm,
kept keeping yeah, this is what in yesterday's Murli was read, the reality of uh, the original form. That see, we have to understand what is reality in royalty. So
mm,
reality of the original form and reality of just belonging to God. No, it's so beautiful when you really think about these three words and when you compare it down the ages. It gives you a lot of some kind of lovely churning. Thank you, Saurabh.
Thank you, Prajakya, for such nice insights.
Yeah, Om Shanti. So I have this one question. Like this is Baba has mentioned it as a tapasya year, right? So different definition in different Murli, but yes, eventually it is all connecting back to remembering Baba. Different sentences though, but yes. Here, tapasya is actually meant, yes, none but one, just remembering one and then stabilizing in Baba's remembrance, because the current has to flow and the impurity that is in the soul has to get burnt, right? So, just focusing on tapasya alone is enough, or in yesterday's, I think, Vardhan, I suppose so. Focusing only on tapasya is enough, or see, at the same time, focusing on imbibing the royal or the divine qualities, that is also important. So, or just doing tapasya alone will bring all these divinity into the soul.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a good point. I feel it's um, tapasya definitely is the foundation, and without tapasya, it's of course not possible to inculcate divine virtues. But then divine virtues also, like tapasya is that foundation, but it's also like carrying that attention in my actions. It's important, I feel like. So if I'm working with someone, or I'm carrying out my task, just to have that attention, to not let my state slip away, just to stay with Baba, to see everyone as a spiritual being. And that attention allows the divine virtues to automatically emerge. But that component of attention, I feel, is important. In addition to tapasya, it's like, tapasya is like definitely we are focused, and then we spend time in yoga, deep yoga. But then as we are carrying out actions, and that attention also is important.
Yeah. But knowing how to interact and how to deal, right? I mean, especially when it comes to purity and all that, right? So there is different, I mean, the definition also needs to be, one has to understand, right? Only then they can implement.
Mm,
So don't you think balance is also an important factor here? Uh,
mm,
Doing tabasya and also understanding what Baba says and then paying attention to, like you said, implementing that in our day-to-day life. I
mm,
mean, when it comes to that action. So tapasya alone will not give us that in that sense, I'm thinking. So
yeah.
tapasya will make us pure, but I doubt that can bring all the virtues that a soul needs
Mm,
that has to go to Satyuga, right?
yeah.
I'm just a thought.
Mhm. That's what like the four subject Baba says. Knowledge is contemplation, yoga is meditation, dharana is integration, seva is contribution. So all these four are kind of important. And so dharana is more integration. So whatever, my inner work is, how do I integrate it in my life, right? So, it can't be abstract, it can't be superficial. I can't just preach, but I have to integrate in whatever I'm doing. Then contribution is then seva. But definitely there is separate subject of dharana. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Sarabhai.
Mhm.
Saurabh, can I just add one point in what Bijit Bhai asked? Bijit
Mhm.
Bhai, I just wanted to ask, what do you think you mean by tapasya? If you see the real word, no, it's burning, burning, burning. See, as when you burn, no, like the gold before it's molded to become real gold and all, it's burnt, burnt, burnt and all. Even a diamond or anything, it has to be hit, 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 and then it is brought
I
about.
think your
So
voice is breaking. I'm not sure. Okay, it's only for me or
yeah, I can now. No, I was just saying you said about tapasya. If you see the real meaning, please. If and one thing, let me tell you, every Murli Baba will say this is important. Go to the next Murli, he will say renunciation is important. But tapasya is something different. It is one thing which Baba says remembrance, any knowledge or anything. And in tapasya, it is, tap ka remembrance. So what happens in tapasya? You burn, everything is burnt. The vices are burnt, everything is burnt. And if there were, in before tapasya, physically you had everything, but for your mind was not full. But with tapasya, the mind also becomes full, complete, sampuran. So it's like a coin, you're weaned away from all impurities. You look like a golden thing. That is what is Baba want us to do. Once when you do everything else, that filling up, making an ornament out of you, making a sculpture statue out of you, that's God's job. That will automatically take place. So I feel even tapasya, that burning, it is, yeah, but it is the thing which leads to everything, because at the end it's only remembrance. He's saying stay just in remembrance, absolute remembrance, no, none but one. You may take any meaning of tapasya, tapasya as pleasure, tapasya celebrity, I mean celebration and all, but one thing which Baba says belonging to one. That's why, as Saurabhai just shared, what happened to the people in Copper Age, that they forgot. They forgot what was their original form because so many things they had. I think tapasya is the thing, uh, like the foundation, like something I don't know how to express. That's what I feel. That's what Baba wants to express in tapasya. Remembrance, remembrance, nothing but remembrance. So, Rabbi, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
Mhm. That's true. That's
yeah, thank you. Thank you, Girijaben. If no sharings, then should we
Yeah.
close? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Let's take a moment and
Song.
let's. Sure. So let's remember Baba with this song. तेरी याद में हो जाऊं, तेरी याद में हो जाऊं, ओ मेरे शिव बाबा, श्रीमत पर तेरी चलते रहे मेरे मीठे मीठे बाबा, मीठे मीठे बाबा, तेरी याद में हो जाऊं, तेरी याद में हो जाऊं, दो युग से ढूंढते थे मंदिर में मस्जिदों में, बन बन में ढूंढा तुझको, पर्वत पर कंदरों में, पावन बनाने आए, पूरा किया है वादा, तेरी याद में हो जाऊं, तेरी याद में हो जाऊं, तेरी याद में हो जाऊं मैं, तेरी याद में हो जाऊं। ओम शांति।
Shanti, thank you to Baba. Thank you, Saurabhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a lovely day.